So I think this is the last video I do before I leave this first night in a app-infested guest harbor. And I met this doer. I mentioned in one of these shorts. So I've always been a doer. I think I can claim that now. That's not an easy thing. That's not something you want to give away to those who don't deserve it, basically. Because you won't get anything back. Anything sensible, anything meaningful back. You have to be careful. So I discovered things like I was working as a teenager, working really hard. Everyone in that shop who lasted at least were doers, and the owner of that chain was definitely a doer, like family-owned chain. Good thing my grandfather was on the mother's side, he was a doer. I did as a stand-in, as a caretaker, a janitor for him. Heavy doer. I'll do some stories about that later. It was interesting. So, but working for that photography store chain, I had my half hour of rest to get some food, and you don't waste that. And we had to walk a couple of minutes to this this luncheon room they had, and the street was jam-packed with people. This pedestrian street. In the middle of the summer, I step out of the store, and there's this circle of people staring. An old lady fainted, and there's a circle of grown-up men just staring at her. This was before mobile phones. No one knew what to do. And I'm like 16 or 7. It's like, no fucking way I'm gonna waste my lunch break on this. So I literally grabbed the hand of one of these guys and like, follow me into the store. Phone, call. And I turned on my heel and went and had my lunch break. Then in the army, I discovered that I haven't been under live fire. There was like this one event when I was standing guard. My mind just started going. I go clear. I'm a doer that is also able to calculate what the hell to do before doing it. But later there was this boom going off here, and I was 30 seconds, a couple of minutes away from ending up in the epicenter, because I rushed towards it. What is it gonna do if your city, where you're born, suddenly goes kaboom? Of course you're gonna rush to the scene. And then you had lots of people milling around. But I could see the doers, like 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000, they were there for the same reason as I. They were in there to do something. Whatever it would have been. I could easily have been smack in the middle with body parts all over, people bleeding to death. I would have been in there. I know I would have been hopefully useful, at least not getting in the way of anyone who's more useful. So you get to recognize these things. I was happy this story from Ryanair where I did the job that this stewardess should do. I've related that to one of my great new friends, or brothers out there, on a flight going from Athens to Amman. I'm probably that guy. I got him out of a coma, and he's probably the only guy ever who's gotten anything for free from Ryanair. So if you're a doer in a done system, be very careful. Don't do anything like I did. Don't create workplaces for others when you are yourself literally crawling on the floor. It's too dangerous. There is no real risk-reward. And all doers recognize this. That guy that I met, he has 3 partners, probably backing a lot of private capital just to get the paperwork done so he can empty the sewers here. He knows that it's risky to be a doer. His partners, I bet, knows how valuable it is to have a doer, and then set up the right company structure and have something actually work. And we did talk about this, and the number that they didn't send me yesterday is probably to the doer. Another fact, when I got the seed funding from a neighboring country here in the open source setting, the scene, it was internationally within this one publishing system that was hardcore open source. It was like a hell of a label, like a trademark to get. They had one doer, one so-called ninja coder. He got overloaded. He was supposed to do cutting-edge stuff. He did. And he got more and more bogged down in just solving problems. And then he quit. And I told my partner, the mother company, our owners will be bankrupt soon. 3 weeks, they were bankrupt. That part of it, the rest of it kept going. I always knew I would tell that story. It's not any. This is not a personal critique of anyone in that, if anyone recognizes me. It's the systematic thing. I'm going for these systematic systems here, which is not, you're not supposed to do that. People are not supposed to understand that. But this civilizational crisis that Europe is going through is gonna accelerate so rapidly when the doers leave or quit or give up or start. It probably won't happen here, at least not yet. But when the doers turn against the system, you don't want to experience that. I hope we're going to avoid it. And I've met some of these doers out in the world, and I'm going to tell those stories. If you're a doer in the done world, be careful. And good luck. Doers know that they create their own luck.